Have you ever felt that electric sense of anticipation, as if something familiar is about to transform into something truly extraordinary? That moment when the ordinary world seems to shimmer with possibility, and you know change is just around the corner? That was exactly how I felt, standing on the edge of a new adventure, anticipating my birthday in the vibrant city of Lisbon. For as long as I can remember, birthdays have meant the same comforting rituals: cake glowing with candles, laughter echoing around a familiar dinner table, and the warmth of home wrapping around me like a blanket. But this year, I decided to trade routine for adventure, to step outside my comfort zone and see what the world had in store. Waking up in a city where no one knew my name felt like unwrapping a present I'd never seen before. Each moment a surprise, each street a new possibility. I pored over maps of Lisbon, tracing winding streets with my finger, imagining the sweet taste of pastel de nata melting on my tongue and the cheerful clang of trams echoing through ancient cobblestone alleys. This birthday wasn't just about adding another year. It was about expanding my world, embracing the unknown, and letting curiosity lead the way. As I packed my bags, folding clothes and tucking away little hopes, I felt a flutter of nerves mixed with excitement. I was ready to step into the unknown, to let go of expectations and welcome whatever came my way. My gift to myself was simple but profound: wandering the alleys of Alfama, listening to the clatter of yellow trams, and feeling the golden sun warm my face as I explored a city that felt both foreign and strangely welcoming. The flight itself felt like a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, carrying me from the life I knew to a place where anything seemed possible. My birthday was no longer just a date on the calendar. It had become a destination, a story waiting to be written in a city full of color and life. A pin on a map, a promise to myself that I would seek out the unforgettable and let adventure be my guide. And in that moment, surrounded by new sights and endless possibilities, I realized that the best gift of all is the courage to create memories that last a lifetime. Waking up on my birthday in Lisbon, everything felt different. The city was still unfamiliar, its sounds and smells new to me, and the air held a quiet excitement. I lay in bed for a moment, letting the sunlight warm my face, and wondered how this day would unfold so far from everything I knew. No familiar voices, no morning hugs, just the golden light of a new city and the distant chime of church bells. The apartment felt both empty and full of possibility, as if the city itself was inviting me to step outside and discover something new. I missed my family's traditions, my mom's off-key singing, the way my dad would always make pancakes, and the laughter that filled our kitchen every year. I missed my best friend's silly card, the inside jokes, and the comfort of being surrounded by people who knew me so well. But after a moment of longing, I felt something else: freedom. There was a sense of adventure in the unknown, a thrill in realizing that I could create new memories, just for myself. Here, no one knew it was my birthday. I was anonymous, a blank slate, free from expectations or routines. I could be anyone, do anything. The city was wide open, waiting for me to explore its winding streets and hidden corners. The day was mine to shape, filled with new faces and new experiences. Every smile from a stranger, every shared laugh, felt like a small gift. The loneliness faded into peaceful solitude. I was the main character in my own adventure, writing a new chapter with every step I took. Standing by the window, I promised myself to embrace the day with an open heart, to let curiosity guide me and gratitude fill the quiet spaces. I'd carry my loved ones with me in spirit, but focus on what I was gaining: new perspectives, new stories, and a deeper sense of who I was becoming. This birthday wasn't about what I was missing. It was about honoring the past while stepping boldly into the present. It was about discovery, of a new place, and of myself. Every moment was a chance to learn, to grow, and to celebrate in my own way. I took a deep breath, ready to make this day my own, to let the city surprise me and to find joy in unexpected places. Sometimes being far from home brings you closer to your heart and reminds you that every place can hold a little bit of magic if you let it. Lisbon feels like a city painted in sunlight and colour. I wandered Alfama's winding lanes, each turn revealing pastel buildings, hidden courtyards, and the cheerful clang of trams. The city's sounds, Portuguese chatter, clattering dishes, distant fado, created a living symphony. I wasn't just observing, I was part of the city's rhythm. At a Miradouro, I gazed over red rooftops and the sparkling river, soaking in the view. Every discovery, a tiled wall, a bakery's aroma, felt like a personal gift. My birthday wasn't about parties or balloons, but about every step, every sight, every sound. Lisbon itself was my celebration, and it was more magical than I ever imagined. Experiencing fado was at the very top of my Lisbon list. More than just a style of music, it's the soul of the city, echoing through the winding streets and ancient walls. Fado is a music that captures longing and nostalgia, a bittersweet feeling the Portuguese calls saudade. It's a sound that lingers in the air, haunting and beautiful. On my birthday night, I wandered into a tiny candlelit restaurant tucked away in Alfama, the heart of old Lisbon, where every corner seemed to hum with history. The owner, Sophia, greeted me with a warm, genuine smile, as if welcoming an old friend into her home. When she learned it was my birthday, she insisted I take the best seat in the house, right by the stage, where I could feel every note. The music began. A guitarist's gentle melody filled the room, and a singer's voice, raw and full of emotion, soared above the quiet chatter. I didn't understand the words, but the feeling was unmistakable, aching, tender, and deeply human. I felt every note resonate inside me, as if the music was telling my own story. It was a song of love, loss, and longing. Homesickness welled up in my chest, but somehow the music transformed it into something beautiful and comforting. After a particularly moving song, Sophia appeared at my table with a glass of ginginha, the sweet cherry liqueur, and toasted, "Para si," for you. The musicians played a gentle tune just for me, not the usual happy birthday, but a melody that felt like a secret shared between friends. It was something even more special, a gift of music and presence. I closed my eyes, made a silent wish, and let the candlelight and music wash over me. In that small glowing room, I felt truly seen and celebrated, as if I belonged there, even just for one night. Sometimes the deepest connections and the most unforgettable memories happen far from home, in places where you least expect them. Fado became my birthday song that night, and in every way, it was perfect, a memory I'll carry with me always. Traveling alone, I discovered you're never truly alone. After Sophia's kindness, I met Manuel, a retired fisherman who helped me order lunch and shared stories of Lisbon's past. We didn't speak the same language well, but we shared a meal and a moment of genuine kindness. Later, I got lost and met a group of art students sketching near a cathedral. They invited me to join them, curious about my journey and eager to share their city. We talked about art, dreams, and the best coffee spots. These encounters became the real souvenirs of my trip. Each person added a new color to my experience. From Manuel, I learned about history and hospitality. From the students, I felt the city's youthful energy. They didn't know it was my birthday, but their warmth was a gift. In Lisbon, strangers became friends, and every connection made my birthday richer. What's a birthday without a feast? In Lisbon, mine was a delicious journey. It began with a warm pastel de nata in Belém. Flaky, creamy, pure happiness. For lunch, Manuel's help led me to the Time Out Market, where I sampled grilled octopus, calamari, and vinho verde at a bustling communal table. Each bite was a new adventure. That evening, on the art student's recommendation, I found a tiny bar serving bifanas, juicy pork sandwiches, amid laughter and local chatter. No birthday cake, but a perfect trio: custard tart, green wine, and a savory sandwich. Each stop was a celebration of flavor and spontaneity. I tasted Lisbon's culture one bite at a time. This progressive feast was more fun than any formal dinner. The city's food became my birthday party, and it was the best meal I've ever had. Sometimes the best celebrations are the ones you eat along the way. Amidst the excitement, I found a quiet moment on a park bench overlooking the river. The sun dipped low, and a wave of homesickness washed over me. I thought about calling home, but paused. My adventure was mine alone for now. The distance felt real, not just in miles, but in experience. I let myself feel the loneliness, not run from it. Watching ferries and listening to distant laughter, I realized this sadness was part of the journey. It reminded me how much I loved home, and how brave I was to be here. The loneliness softened into gratitude. I was grateful for the home I missed, for the courage to travel, and for the beauty of this moment. The quiet didn't ruin my day, it made it richer. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments are the quietest. This pause made the celebration sweeter, and I carried that feeling with me. As my birthday in Lisbon ended, I realized I'd changed in subtle ways. Navigating a new city alone built a quiet confidence inside me. I learned to enjoy my own company and trust my instincts. The kindness of strangers like Manuel and Sophia reminded me of the good in the world. I wanted to bring that openness home, to be that friendly face for someone else. This birthday taught me the difference between being alone and being lonely. I returned not just with photos, but with a stronger sense of self. The memories became a souvenir for my soul, and I knew I'd carry them forever. Celebrating a birthday abroad is a gift to yourself, a day about connection, not just you. It's not about escaping, but adding a vibrant new chapter to your story. The quiet moments and homesickness are part of the journey. They make the joy deeper. Every challenge builds confidence you'll carry long after you return. So take that trip. Celebrate a milestone somewhere new. Eat something you can't pronounce. Get a little lost. Talk to a stranger. Let the world surprise you. The memories you create will outshine any material gift. Life is about collecting beautiful moments. The world is a giant birthday cake. Don't settle for one slice. Happy travels and happy birthday wherever you are.